And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new Marvel Disney Plus slash Hulu's Echo. Now, Echo is a brand new character in the MCU, got introduced in Hawkeye series. She's she's a deaf woman who has amputate leg as well, and she's very skillful in hand-to-hand combat. She apparently has kind of been taken under the wing of the Kingpin, and when we first meet her, she's working for Kingpin. She near the end of Hawkeye, here's some spoilers for Hawkeye. She kind of quote unquote kills him, and now in this show we get to see her pretty much go on the run from Kingpin's henchmen, putting on a bounty on her to get revenge for what they did to the Kingpin. Wilson Fisk, Vincent D'Onofrio as well. Okay, so this is not going to be a episode by episode review. This is a full review on every episode I've seen. There's only 5 episodes. That's why I wanted to wait and do all the episodes at once, because there's only 5. But I'm going to talk about the good stuff I liked about this show and the bad stuff about this show, and what can the future hold for the MCU for Echo as a character. So let's talk about the good stuff. I really like the Echo character. I think she's very interesting. When we first meet her in Hawkeye, I was very interested in knowing more about her. And now we get to this show, we get to get a little bit more backstory with her and who she is and what kind of power she has. And I thought, all the sign language stuff that we got to see in the movie with subtitles and about, I thought that stuff was really cool. We never had that in a superhero before, so I thought that stuff really worked. I enjoyed a lot of the combat stuff that she can do because she's very gifted with that stuff. And she took the skills that she learned for, evil in a way. She took that to be a positive, so I thought that was pretty cool. Remember, she used to work for Kingpin, and we get to see some cool stuff. We see a good fight scene between her and Daredevil. I thought that was pretty cool. What else? Yeah, I like the stuff with her family dynamic, the tragic backstory of how she loses her leg. I thought that was kind of brutal and kind of sad at the same time. But I liked how she embraced that and kind of used that as her weapon. So that's pretty interesting. So there's those kind of... I like the actress who plays her. I thought the actress who plays was very, very good playing this role. So that's a thumbs up for me. So let's talk about the negatives here, because there are a couple here. Now, I wasn't sure what they were going to do with 5 episodes and how they were going to cram everything at once. I'm like, there's going to be some gaps in here that's missing. And yeah, there are some gaps. Look, they kind of give us a backstory of her family, her origin, all the way back to the Native Americans way back in the past. Apparently they were cave people. They were made of clay. They got out of the cave and became human beings and evolved throughout time. And all that, all the ancestors, who were before Maya, which is her name, who came before her, all their wisdom and guidance and powers go into her, no matter, if they're not even there anymore. And, that transfers to her. I kind of wish they would explain a little bit more about her family origin, a little bit more, instead of just, giving us these glimpses of flashbacks to be like, oh yeah, here's one of the ancestors in the old Wild Wild West days, and getting out of the cave and, living civilization and all that. It's cool to see, it was interesting, but I kind of wish we really got a little bit more detail about it, but what can you do? Another negative, I kind of wish wish it wasn't in his. And I love this character a lot. I cannot wait to see him moving forward. Kingpin. I love the Kingpin character, whether he's fighting Daredevil or Spider-Man. I do wish we would have gotten to see a little bit more of him. Now, I know he was taken out by her in Hawkeye. Yeah, but we all knew he was going to come back. So there was no point of just hiding him throughout the whole show. You know, yeah, 5 episodes is sure, I get it, and we're gonna see more of him in Daredevil and possibly Spider-Man. I get that, but give us something, you know, a little backstory of how she started this relationship with him, trusted him, and you know, spoiler alert again for Hawkeye, she loses her father. She finds out Kingpin did it, and then she goes from just, you know, killing, going from like, oh, I loved you as an uncle, and then going to kill him. I kind of wish we got that dynamic between the two of them as, you know, part. You know, we got a little bit of it, but a little bit more would have been a lot better. And we only got Kingpin at least the last 2 episodes of the show, and although he was great, don't get me wrong, there's just wanted more, you know. Oh, by the way, another negative about this I don't like is the fact that what was the point of Daredevil? Just to be like, Daredevil's here. We knew Daredevil was gonna be in this show. Just that, what was the point of actually having him? Yeah, he has a cool fight scene with her. It just didn't help, or you know, not help the story. Didn't do anything for the story. It was just, yeah, Daredevil fights bad guys in warehouse to try to take down the Kingpin. We all know that he's connected to the Kingpin. We all get that. We don't need to see him right now until his own show, so he can be more meaningful. But whatever, they just wanted to drop Daredevil because, I guess, for ratings purposes. Another thing that I kind of wish they would have not done. Like, I don't know anything about TV ratings, but the whole mature whatever the heck it's called. What was the point of that? Like, seriously, there wasn't that much blood in here. Oh, sure, if we saw blood, it was great. But really, to get an M mature, to be all hyped up, like, oh, this is Marvel's first M show, like no, that's gonna be Daredevil. When we see Daredevil and all the violence he's gonna do in that show, that would be the first thing we're gonna see. And you know, cool, but seriously, it's like, did Echo really need to be M? Because there was really anything but that, besides a couple curse words in here and there. It wasn't really anything like, oh my god, they said that F word, or what, this and this and that. So there was that. Also, I do wish there was more episodes, honestly, because especially because the ending felt so unsatisfying, because apparently she has a power to heal. So she kind of went into Kingpin's mind and heal his traumatic, you know, experience as a kid, where his father used to beat up his mother, and I guess she wiped that away from him so he can, you know, move forward. So did she try to heal him by making him a good guy, even though we all know he's not going to be? So what was the point of that? And it kind of felt like we're not going to see this character again in the MCU. Like, she's just gonna do her own thing, be with the family. The family stuff was great. I liked her hanging out with her family, her cousins, and her grandmother, you know, after she finally, you know, reconciled with her. The grandmother was cool. I do wish we would have just got more episodes, or at least set up something else for her to do besides just being that background character that Marvel's gonna probably forget in about 5 years, and then 5 years later they're gonna be like, oh my god, we forgot about Echo. And then the actress is gonna be too old to play her, so it's gonna. It felt like that. It felt like they made the character for one off, and then that's it. They're not gonna use her. Obviously, I don't see her being in Secret Wars or Kang's Dynasty or whatever the heck they're gonna call Avengers 5. I don't see her in those projects, but at least give her a sense of that she's gonna be around her own, you know, neighborhood doing her own thing, instead of just be like, okay, you did your job, you set up Daredevil pretty well. Thanks for helping us out. Appreciate it. You're a good character. First person to have a hearing problem and an amputate leg. You know, people who actually have those problems could look up to this person, and he's like, yeah, we're only gonna use you once. We don't need you. I feel like that was just a waste of a character. So, I mean, I could be wrong. She could be coming back in Daredevil for all I know. I just don't know. I'm just saying the way that it felt like they made the last episode felt like she's a one-off character, and that's pretty much it. But overall, I thought it was an okay show. It wasn't as great as I wanted to be. I wanted more. I wanted to know more about her backstory. Why does her ancestors help her out with getting these powers? You know, there was a couple moments that there's a bird there. You know, she, her mother healed a bird, and now the bird is like her guidance, I guess, to like trouble or something. I kind of wish we got more information about that. You know, more about her powers and stuff, and why she could do it now, why she has these symbols in her hand, because she had symbols in her hand that now she can glow. So what is all that about, you know? Why did they tease Kingpin, setting up Kingpin for Daredevil, even though we already know he's going to be in Daredevil? That's like setting up Joker in a DC show, setting up him, teasing him to fight Batman, even though we know eventually he's going to fight Batman. Makes no sense, but what can you do? And the post-credit scene was basically Kingpin getting ready to run for mayor. I guess that's the plot's going to be happening in Daredevil Born Again, because apparently there's some reshoots going on with that, or if they scrapped it and they're going to do it again from the beginning, but I guess they're going to keep that plot point. Maybe they won't, maybe they will. Who knows? Because remember, this show came up before the new Daredevil show, even though the Daredevil show was supposed to be filming at this point, be done with it, but now they scrapped that and to restart it. So is he still going to run for mayor? Who knows? But look, overall, I thought it was an okay show. I do, like I said, I do wish we would have got more episodes. The whole 5 episode was kind of stupid. It was like, yeah, sure, you could have a mini series, 10 episodes, 12. That's fine. Give us a conclusion that's like, oh, that's a satisfying conclusion. Okay, she got what she wanted. No, we all knew she wasn't going to kill Kingpin again. We all knew it. If you're a Daredevil fan or even a Spider-Man fan, you know Kingpin does not die by the hands of this woman. Maybe she'll be in Daredevil. We don't know that, but at this point, if you've never seen a comic book thing before and you just watched the Hawkeye show and you like the character and you're expecting her to kill Kingpin at the end of this, and you're going to be disappointed, obviously. But if you're a fan of comic books and you know the story of Kingpin and who he is and what he fights and eventually fights on, we all know he wasn't going to die. So what was the actual point of her fighting him and then shooting him in the beginning in Hawkeye? What was the point of that? It made no sense for her to get her quote-unquote revenge. She should have just, okay, saved her family. Kingpin survives. He leaves. She goes to Daredevil, or Daredevil comes to her and is like, hey, you want to help me track down Kingpin? Let's take him down together. Boom. Sets up his show. That's all you need. I know Daredevil doesn't need partners, but, you know, it would have been cool to see him and her team up. Maybe they still will. We don't know, but come on, give me something. But 5 episodes is like, yeah, let's just do 5 episodes just so we can get rid of this character because it's not important enough. But whatever. I don't know what Marvel's doing. But I thought it was an okay show. If you want to check it out, go check it out for yourself. I think you might like it. There's some stuff in here that are really, really cool. I really like the character. I really like the actress who plays her. I really think that the whole, you know, sign language stuff was really, really, you know, awesome to see in the MCU, because we don't have that for like any kind of superhero thing. So I thought that stuff really worked. I do wish the whole Daredevil, you know, teasing Daredevil to set up his show was no point of having him there, because what was the point of that? The whole thing with Kingpin, I wish we would have got at least more with him, so that way he could be more of a menace in Daredevil, even though we all know he will be. But it kind of makes him kind of lame in here in a little bit. And no, this is not connected. And Daredevil will not be connected to the original Daredevil Netflix show. It's in the same multiverse, but it's not the same show. It's not. So the new Daredevil show won't be season 4 of Daredevil. It would just be Daredevil Born Again, the new show. So get that out of your mind right now. But go check it out for yourself. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Echo. Are you guys excited for it? Not excited for it? A little worried the fact there's only 5 episodes about this show. You guys are just watching it because you want to see Daredevil in it. He's only in it for 1 episode, and he's only in the first episode, and that's it. So there you go. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.